I don't fear the man with 1,000 strategies. I fear the man who's done one strategy 1,000 times.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Catching Up with Toronto Ultra, presented by TD. My name is Visions, and today I am joined with the one and only Flux. Flux, how are you doing today?
I'm well, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Overall, let's jump right into it, man. You are taking on a different role this year, head coach, a little bit more to manage. What's it been like with that transition, kind of looking over maybe bigger picture things and working with the guys in and out?
Yeah, it's definitely been a transition. I think, I started off as kind of an analytical role, and that kind of grew into a coaching role. Mm-hmm. And then obviously with the departure of Marquee B at the end of last year, I kind of moved into kind of a more like authoritative position. So I've definitely got like more responsibility when it comes to decision making, which is, a bit daunting but exciting at the same time. I feel like I can leave my mark and impression and some of my like coaching philosophies and how I think, what fundamental like core values of a team really should have, and I can leave my mark on the team in that respect.
Without a doubt. Kind of diving into the roster itself, you don't have like a main IGL kind of like Vance who has a lot of experience anymore. Yeah. And now you kind of have a little bit of younger talent. You have Scrappy, Standy, Insight, and Kleenex. What's it been like working with kind of the younger talent compared to maybe years previous?
I think it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, it's a big transition with like big personalities like Cam and Ben departing, and obviously Ben's ability to IGL is, we still miss it at times, but sure. It's awesome having like young, impressionable guys that are just super hungry to win. Mm-hmm. And obviously, everyone knows the talent level is just insane with these guys. So the skill ceiling's there, and it's just about us tapping into that and getting the best out of them. And ultimately, the younger guys, they have the most opportunity for growth, and I think that's why it's so exciting to have that level of skill ceiling. And if we do our jobs correctly and we get the best out of them, then the sky's the limit. So it's really exciting.
I like that. You talked about Marquee B for a quick second, and I'm wondering, over the years of working side by side with him for obviously quite a while, what's it been like working with him and now trying to transition into the head coach role? What have you been able to kind of take, and what has that impact maybe been from him individually to set you up maybe for a role like this?
Yeah, so I think in terms of the stuff I learned from Mark, obviously I have a very close personal relationship with Mark, and he's one of the most passionate people I've ever met. Even when we used to play together, like back in the day, like Black Ops 2, like he made me a better player because he was so passionate and he brought the best out of me, and I think he does that as a coach. And he really knows how to grow like a good team culture, and I think that's so important and underrated in COD. A lot of teams have the talent, but ultimately, there is some breakdown in like personal relationships at times, and I think he does a really good job of keeping the camp in like a good state, and everyone, it almost feels like a family. That's how Toronto felt to me when I joined, and I think we've tried to carry that on. With his departure, and we try and have a good time outside the game, because I really feel like outside the game, like sometimes chemistry bleeds into in-game, and you really see it if you can be on the same page in that respect. So those are the types of things that I've learned from Mark.
That's awesome. Kind of also, diving into the COD career as a whole. So typically it's pretty short. What have kind of been like your financial plans? What have you been able to set up for the longevity of the career after, potentially coaching and moving on from the scene? Yeah,
so in terms of the future, I think financial planning is important in terms of like investing and all that type of stuff, like maybe property further down the line. Stuff that will set you up for obviously a good financial future. Honestly, right now, like I'm enjoying the esports train, and I think it's a really exciting industry and a booming industry, and a really exciting one to work in, obviously. And so I'm just kind of riding the train and see where it goes, and whatever happens. So.
That's awesome. All right, so jumping into the fun questions here, Flux. If you had to pick one person from the team to be the ambassador for aliens, if they come to Earth, who would you pick? Who would be your guy?
Ambassador for aliens?
Yeah.
I think I'd have to pick Insight. Jamie is a very cordial guy, polite.
You
catch him on at a good time. So I think he'd be he's our fearless leader. Kind of pseudo captain. So I'd put forward Jamie. He'd be a good representative for the human race.
Yeah, I think he would be too. That's good. All right, everyone. That was Catching Up with Toronto Ultra, presented by TD. My name has been Visions. That has been Flux. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. I remember that one. one from last
Yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. That's
like
one of my
that one.
go-tos. I think it was originally Bruce Lee, 1,000 kicks versus 1 kick 1,000 times.